Let me say just once again what a pleasure it is for me to be able to address the American College of Surgeons. I've taken you on a tour of our government, of the United States Senate, of my profession, which is now a political figure as Majority Leader of the United States Senate. But over the next several minutes, I want to take you on a more personal mission, a mission that I hope all of you can become involved in. I'm right now in Louis, Sudan. Sudan is a long way from the United States of America. Over the next few minutes, I want to take you on a tour of what my experiences, my personal experiences have been in participating in such medical mission work. It was 5 years ago that I first came into this airport, and today the fact we're coming in on the Samaritan's first DC-3, the fact that we have people here who are joyful gives me a great deal of satisfaction and pride to be able to come back to Louis. When I first came here 5 years ago, I had no earthly idea what I was about to see. At that time, we began to operate in a small little schoolhouse. We operated by flashlights on that first night. The operating room, over time, has changed dramatically. Well, we're scrubbing here in Louis, Sudan, a long way from the United States of America. You can see our scrub sink's a little more primitive. The water's coming through that window to a tank outside. About 3 years ago when I was here, we had a big old coffee urn sitting right here. Today it's a little bit different, real progress, still not like the United States. All of this shows to me what the power of the Lord can do, bringing the right people together. Surgery is being performed about 100 yards from where I'm standing right now in as sophisticated a way as you can find back in the United States anywhere. It's truly, truly a miracle. One of the real privileges that I have is to go on rounds with the wonderful nurses and physicians of this health facility. You walk into that ward, that room, and you see beds lined up on either side. And it's a little bit dark when you first look in the room, but you see those wide smiles of the patients who otherwise would have no hope, would have absolutely no access to any health care whatsoever. It's not Samaritan's Purse. It's not people from the United States of America, but it's the community. So what's been instilled from day one is that every patient who comes here gives something, pays some little bit. Now right behind the hospital, just a few yards behind the hospital itself, on the hospital grounds, and sorghum is actually put into this and is ground through, and a lot of the patients who actually participate in this process in order to pay in part for their health care here. Again, everybody pays a little bit of something, and this is the way many of the people actually participate. It's a wonderful approach, which I think explains much of the success of this wonderful facility. It is such mission-based hospitals as this that have been the backbone of healthcare throughout Africa over the last 100 years. And now we have one of the greatest moral and humanitarian challenges facing mankind. It's called HIV/AIDS. You know, you can go all over Africa, and I've had the opportunity to go to a lot of villages throughout Africa. But as you look through this area, you know, in spite of the children who are laughing in the background now and playing and the smiles on people's faces, you know that anywhere from 10, 15, or 20% of the population has been infected by this virus. The need is right here before us, and that's why it's important to have a clinic like this right here in this village, in this neighborhood, side by side. The voluntary counseling and testing center here is ideal. The counseling is done by people from the village here, people who can relate, people who can reach out, people who know the cultures and the mores and the faces. The testing itself is very simple. There's tremendous preparation by the counselors themselves who talk about the various components of what a positive test means, what a negative test means, but most importantly, give the sort of counseling that gives hope. I had an opportunity to talk to the counselors themselves, and they are committed, they are dedicated to the village and to the people around them. This place will make a difference. For 20 years, I practiced medicine, went through medical school residency, heart and lung transplantation, operating at some of the most sophisticated facilities in the world. After that, I had the opportunity to come here. My life has been changed. It doesn't take necessarily spending 2 years or 3 years. You might come here for 6 months or 1 month. But that opportunity to give unselfishly is something that otherwise you cannot capture in any way. It's a dream come true. Having seen the humanity, having seen the hope, having seen that humanitarian love and caring that is shared back and forth, it will forever change your life. To my colleagues at the American College of Surgeons, thank you for giving me the opportunity to share with you from the heart of Africa what the medical mission field can do for others, but also what it can do for you.